Hello, YouTube. I'm gonna hit the start button before I screw this up again. Ugh. Okay, so some backstory. We're here to do the RNA Lost Chapter Lufenia Plus, right? Now, I ran this probably 3 or 4 times trying to, get the mechanics and stuff like that down. And we got there in the end, so, great. Sorry, mildly distracted. So I ran it a few times to get the mechanics down, and I was doing a terrible job of it. And then they kind of finally clicked for me on the run where I decided to use an ace friend, right? And it was fine. The problem is, I decided to go ahead and complete it like an idiot because I wanted the rewards. But I've only got like 3 aces on my friends list. So I've spent the last couple of days trying to get those to pop back up, and it's been just a real big pain in the ass. I believe here we can get away with a star shell. Right. The orb here is +1 for crit damage and +1 for range damage. And since Prompto's got the ability to basically break these guys at will, we can manage this without too much trouble. Because of the way his kit works, we get breaks on this jerk face. There you go. Got it. Now these guys have, when their shields are glowing, right? They've got some really annoying little quirks. I will take Trigger Happy, actually. Specifically, when they've got this shield up, which you can see the kind of glowy bit around them, it increases, and assuming that I'm understanding it correctly, it increases their defenses as well as their brave reductions and brave gain reductions, which really makes Exdeath a lot more difficult to play. However, there is a way. Specifically, what you want to do is make sure that you have Prompto here, at least for the characters in this team. Prompto is here to get me those instant breaks. And then, oh wow, that's actually pretty solid damage given what they're doing right now. What we want to do here is we want to let them get turns so they will stop being in this stance. That's the plan. Yes, I do wish to do this. Oh no, I think I'm... Did I screw up? I might have. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. So, their next turns, I cannot allow them to do the thing. I need to make sure that Prompto uses his skill 1 to, get their attention. Because they've got... I'll take this, that's fine. And then I will, in fact, take this stone. And you get a little more damage. Basically, these guys, they'll take 2 turns in this mode. And after those 2 turns are over, you'll get a message that says that they're exhausted. Once you get that, you basically proceed to go in on them as hard as you possibly can, and just don't let them get turns for as long as possible. That's the play. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. So this is going to be Prompto's last turn, and they both do have this up, so we're going to Star Shell again. It's not going to do much damage, but that's okay. We really don't have to. Yeah, like, that battery right there is pathetic. And I'm just going to Medica. For no battery. And no damage. Wow. So... Oh no, 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 I shouldn't have done that. I guess it'll be okay. It's not ideal. I just have to be very careful. Ooh. Okay. So as you can see, there's a pretty significant difference in the Brave damage that Prompto is dealing here. Now we've got the Exhausted on them both. So, our goal is to go in real hard on both of them. And to that end, what we're going to do is bring in Ace. And we're going to start with a Jackpot Triad. Because see, now we're dealing like damage. And the orb has gone away. The fact that you've got, you know, all of this Brave or whatever, I don't really care. I do need Life of the Party back up, though. And that's the important part. Now, from here, we're going to do this. We're going to put the Kursame Call up. We're going to get the instant break here. So Prompto's going to start dealing much better damage. And then we've got the orb off of this guy. And then we're going to BT plus with the Y'shtola. It's not going to deal that much damage because the other guy, he still has his, you know, excessive amount of Brave up. But that's okay. That's really not the point of what we're doing. And then, yeah. And so we are actually going to let them get a couple of turns, not a lot. I think. Because I don't want to... Ultimately, what we're going to do is we're going to burst with Exdeath while Y'shtola's effect is still up. But we're going to use Ace and Prompto to really rake these guys over the coals in the meantime. So we want to make sure that we've got our debuffs up. See, Prompto is hitting, like, damage now. And then we can... Yeah, we'll Pierce her here. You don't really have to worry about running out of skills too much with this team. Frankly, I probably could have taken the jackpot shot. The EX for Ace, but... Yeah, we're not going to do that. And I will take... Affluous Misery. Now, assuming that I have done this correctly, they're not going to try to murder Prompto, but I might have done it incorrectly, and they will. Yes, they are going to try to kill him. That's not great, but it's not the end of the world, maybe? Maybe? Don't do it. Ooh, boy. Alright, we're safe from this point forward. Because as you can see, they've delayed the crap out of themselves, right? They're not going to be getting turns anytime soon, which is great. Blind Stud isn't dealing a ton of brave damage, but that's okay. We're actually going to take the jackpot shot this time. And then what we do from here is once Exdeath comes back in, we burst with Exdeath, and then we take him on a trip to Kenny Rogers Roasters and just roast the hell out of them. I think this has some brave gains on it. Maybe. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Frankly, I probably don't even need the Exdeath burst, but we're definitely going to take it. And then the last thing we're going to do is go in with the... Yeah, we need to target this guy a little more. We're going to reset the trap with Ace. Not that I need it, but we're going to... You know what? I'll take it. That'll be fine. And what we're going to do is attack boost up. In an ideal world, which is certainly the one that we live in. Oh no, we're not. We'll C65 with... Not C65, we'll use Aerith's Call. This is going to boost Exdeath's attack. It's going to skyrocket, and then we burst. Normally, I would have the Porum Call up, but I don't think we're going to need it. First order of business. You always, if you're playing Exdeath, hopefully you're going into his burst with some battery, and so you always want skill 1 to be his first button that you press. Always. Because he's got a ton of battery on Grand Cross. He's always going to cap on it. 100% of the time. Okay. You Maelstrom, you're going to cap, provided you have at least 1 HP damage up, you know, buff or debuff or something like that. You Almagest for your free skill and for your regular skill. Then the burst finisher, this is going to cap at like 250,000? Yeah. Did I need the ace friend? No. But was it funny? Yeah. And then what we can do with the rest of the fight is just sit here and laugh as they die a horrible death. We recover all of the party's lost HP. We do very little brave damage, but that's okay. Because, once again, that's not the purpose. Prompto looking kind of mad out here. I am going to pop a Pulse of Life to battery him even further, since he's got the 4 stacks on his LD buff, which, honestly, I haven't talked that much about Prompto, or, frankly, anything else. I've just been going ham out here. This fight can be a lot trickier if you don't have some kind of range damage or crit damage or, you know, something fun like that. But do you need it? I think if you want to get through this as painlessly as possible, Prompto is definitely the path of least resistance, as we have seen here. Because you see, This guy took 93,000 damage, and this one took 86. This guy's dead. He has no health. So, why don't we take another free turn? Because that's going to be the end of the fight. And that, as they say, is that. The Ace Friend unit really brings that whole thing together. Like I said, you really just have to wait for them to get through their red shield phase and then just go in balls to the wall. Originally, I did this in, I think it was 48 turns, and I've cut 10 entire turns off of this now that I kind of understand what I'm doing a little bit better. So, that being said, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe for more content, leave a comment, let me know what you ran for this, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.